Hello. It's Tuesday, the 1st of July, 2025. Welcome along to the channel The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games, or possibly even attempt to be player of games. But as always, it's not my story, it's not your story. Today's story is competing in the first event in Real Racing 3 Update 13.5, and that event is called Race Day Peugeot 9X8. And as it's a motorsport series, no doubt this will be part one of a very small mini series, hopefully only stretching two parts, but we'll see. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do first, before we get going into the game, is let's just have a look at what came down last night. It was a bit late, at least it was here in the UK. So let's see if I can remember where I put the video. Where did I put the video? Ah, there it is. Boom. Right. So let's put some audio on. Okay, there might not be audio. So basically, the game came down last night, and it wasn't quite as they said. But let's read out what information they provided when they made it available to us. So round 8 begins. The start of round 8. Collect VP from events in the round hub to earn the Audi R5 or RS. No, R5 S Coupe. I've already got it, so it'll be 100 gold for me. Race day Peugeot 9X8. Obviously, that's what we're going to be doing this evening, or at least starting that. It does look a very nice car, so that'll be interesting. We've got limited series. So earn the Lotus Emira GT4. That's the second new car in the game. The Porsche 911 GT3. The BMW M3 GTR Street as well. There'll be two time trial competitions. Electric Berlin Challenge for Formula E and the 911 Challengers. Two flashback events. Now, this is interesting. It puts get a chance to earn the two cars and more in the latest set of flashback events. So I guess it means when it says more, you'll get some gold and you'll get some R dollars, possibly M dollars, because there are no other cars. And bonus series. Now, this is interesting. We'll have a look at this afterwards because they just said the new series in the game had one car in. Not quite true. Obviously, there's only one new exclusive series added, and that is for the Peugeot 9X8 Hypercar. So there we go. That's what's in the game. So it's going to be a case of let's get racing. Now, I see there are a few comments in the chat, so let's have a look. The account ending Coke, you really don't need to worry. It's all good. It's just a bit of banter. Good to see you again. Welcome along. Enjoy the racing. White Pro says hi. Hi, White Pro. Welcome along. Magician says there are three flashback events. Hybrid Highway is here, which gives the Lamborghini Cyan. Yes, indeed, that was missing, wasn't it? Bit weird. Well, as we've got the game on screen, we can see the flashback events. Flashback 1, the Radical. Flashback 2, as said, the Hybrid Highway. And Flashback 3, Path of Defiance. So they obviously just couldn't fit it all on screen. Hence the and others. That's a bit poor, I'd say. Bit poor doing it that way. But what I wanted to show everyone is if we go into Motorsports, I've already got a new series unlocked. Well, why would that be if I don't have any of the new cars? So if we go across it is a new series in locked in GT4. Oh, let's just download all the assets. Forgot to do that before the start of the stream, but hey, gives everyone a chance to look at the Peugeot. Now there we go. New Performance GT Racing. Not only is the Lotus Emira GT4 in it, but also the BMW M4 GT4 and the Nissan Z GT4 as well. So if you have either of those two cars, you'll also have unlocked the Performance GT Racing. So there would have been a little bit of racing from day one without having to do an event. But we're starting off with the event. Welcome along, Chance Magician, by the way. Thank you very much for joining and commenting in the chat. Right, let's have a look. What else have we got? So obviously we've got race day, so we'll come on to that. There's a limited series for the 911 GT3. And obviously you can see in the top right-hand corner the rewards. And obviously if you don't own the car should appear up there. We've got the first... Well, that's quite cool. The lightning. Never noticed that before. We've obviously got the first time trial competition, which unlocks in 10 days, Electric Berlin. We've got the Radical SR10 XXR. As you can see again, I already own that car. I don't obviously own the Lotus Emira GT4 limited series, so we'll be looking to win that car. Hybrid Highway, already got that car. The second time trial competition, 911 Challengers. Look forward to that. A limited series for the McLaren 600 LT. And a flashback event for the Mazda, I think it's 787. Is it 787 or 878? I can't remember exactly, but there we go. So that opens up in 39 days, and finally there's a limited series for the BMW M3 GTR Street. It actually only equates, though, to be fair, to one event per week. But yeah, there we go. Now, so I've got 1,910 gold. I should have some additional rewards coming down from last week's, or rather the end of yesterday's weekly time trial and Sebring Challenge time trial competition. I think it's only 25 for each, but it all helps. And Chance Magician says the 787B in regards to Path of Defiance. So the Mazda 787B. There we go. Right, okay, so other than that, I don't see anything new in the game. It has obviously dropped my percentage completion down slightly. Road collection has dropped from 81% to 80%. I see myself getting that back up to 81% very quickly, and then hopefully beyond up to 82, possibly even 83%. And obviously Motorsports has dropped from 63% to 62. Again, we should be able to get that back up pretty quickly. And Coke, the account ending Coke, enters the chat with more opinionated comments. Goes, the 787B is the most glazed prototype ever. Okay, fair enough. Let's get racing. Let's have a look at this car. Is it actually any good? Does all the sponsorship on the car slow it down? Okay, so complete the race day Peugeot 9X8 special event for your chance to earn a Peugeot 9X8 Hypercar. So I believe it's 5 stages. So stage 1, Royal entry. I will read the chat out so long as it doesn't go on for half an hour. Hey there, champ. Glad to see you out here in Catalonia. I assumed Ahmed brought you here for the Peugeot photo shoot. Someone say my name? Ah, Eric. Champ, like the wind in my lucky sails. I knew you both would arrive so quickly. Today, it's just you, a Peugeot, and a track that begs for elegance. Okay, they are going to talk a lot. Let's just get racing, guys. There we go. Right, so stage 1 royal entry has 4 goals. Goal 1. Ahmed's got a series of exercises ready. Warm up your tyres to 100% and place at least 5th. Now, I'm not going to mess about. My understanding is it is a minimum PR that you've got to upgrade the car to. In the release notes, it said 100.7. I'm just going to upgrade to 3 across the board. So 116,288 dollars, 95 gold. This is going to hurt, and 249,187 dollars. So that's the engine. Drivetrain, 114,608 dollars, 95 gold, 245,588 dollars. Body, 104,213 dollars, 85 gold, 223,313 dollars. Suspension, 105,126 dollars, 85 gold, 225,270 dollars. Now, I know some people are saying you don't need to upgrade to 3 across the board, but as the third upgrade is always dollars, I don't see the reason why not to. Doesn't make any sense. Now, if it was gold, that would be a different kettle of fish altogether. Kettle of fish, that would be a different case altogether. But as it's not, we're upgrading 3 across the board. 85,260 for exhaust at level 1. 70 gold, 182,700 dollars. Okay, so we've got brakes and tires and wheels to go. So brakes, 82,688 dollars, 65 gold, 177,188 dollars, and that's the end of that one. On to tires and wheels, 99,225 dollars, 80 gold, and finally 212,625 dollars. And there we go. Everything on level 4 is gold if the engineering component has an upgrade there. So we'll stop at 3 across the board. What's the damage? Well, I've still got over 2 million dollars, so that's fine. And 1,335 gold. So the question is, can I do it across the board at that? And you can see there the PL for the car is 101.3. And obviously it looked like, according to the release notes, you could actually have a minimum PR of 100.7. So there we go. One of the third upgrades probably didn't need to be applied, but as it's dollars, it doesn't really matter from my perspective. Okay, so this one, I believe, goal 1, warm up with tyres to 100% and place at least 5th. So a little bit, I think, of sliding, which might happen naturally on the basis that the tyres aren't warm. Okay. I don't know what to make of it yet, because it's not obviously grippy at the moment. So hopefully by the end of the lap we'll get an idea what it's like. I'm also going to go through the process of, if it says finish at least 5th, I'm going to finish 5th and no higher. I'll say this, because it's hard to slide, it's obviously very grippy, even when the tyres are not at. Oh, don't go off track, it said. Did it say don't go off track? No. So there, as always, I found the skid point. So I need to be 5th. So this car feels better than the recent LMPs that have been added to the game. Immediately, that's my reaction. Just feels quite nicely balanced now that the tyres up to 100%. So I think we're going to have a bit of fun with this car. Wonder what it's like inside. That's pretty cool. There we go. Goal 1, nice and easy, completed. So White Pro has put, oh no, where do we go back up? Oh, so quite a few comments. So Alok Goose enters the chat. Welcome along, sir. Says hello, Tony. Hello back. Good to see you again. The account ending coat says 9X8 is more expensive than the 499p. Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't know actually, but yeah, typical, isn't it? White Pro puts, I was enjoying my Valente that I got from Interlagos Interlude before the stream started. Good, enjoy it. It's a good car. It's also a reasonably priced car, so make the most of it, would be what I would say. And the account ending in Coke says its cost is 575 gold coins for free across the board. Yes. Well, I went from 1,910 to 335. So yeah, ouch. Ouchie. In fact, I might have been a little bit more than 1,910. Ayaka Yokotar says hello. Hello, Ayaka. Welcome along. Good to see you again. And Aloe also says hi. Welcome along. Masiage Gamer says hello. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, sir. I'm doing okay. Just started the first event. Let's see how we get on. And says today I got a new car. Are you talking in the game or in real life? Okay, there we go. So I think I'm only going to get 3 hours worth of servicing, free and instant servicing, which is fine. I'll literally carry on doing the competition until I hit the end dollar cap. So let's see how far we get. Okay, goal 2, plain and simple, complete a lap under 1 minute 37 seconds. Okay, so it does say complete a lap, so should be straightforward and easy. Okay, also the brakes are pretty good on this thing. Grip is excellent. It's not your typical hypercar sliding all over the place. It's no speedtail, this monster. Oh yeah, you can definitely brake a little bit later with this car. So the 137, so let's slow down and make sure we're as close as we can be. Don't want any sneaking shenanigans going on in the background with this game. There we go. Goal 2 completed. On to goal 3. Let's see how we do. Oh, and Miss Massier says the BMW M3. Very nice indeed. Eloise said there's a $M worth discount on the Acura ARX 06. Should I get it? So yeah, so here's the problem with that. Let's just take a little bit of a decoy. So in fairness, I will go into a little bit more detail probably on Thursday to do with discounts. But as you can see there, I do have the Acura ARX 06 available to upgrade. I probably won't do it. And the explanation as to why is I think it's in road. Right, okay. So it will depend. I'm assuming you own the car, so I definitely wouldn't recommend buying the car. Although, if it is able to be purchased for $M, possibly do it. But the reason why I won't be applying any upgrades to it is to do with the fact that the 2 Series this car is in is already fully upgraded. So, in fairness, that's the decision that you've got to make. Now, my normal view on buying cars is if they're costing gold, don't do it. There are a few exceptions to that, but generally speaking, that's my sort of rule of thumb. I think this car, to purchase it, costs $M, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong on that. So if it costs $M and you don't own it, and there is a discount, and that discount is 40%, it might be worthwhile doing. If it is in any way, shape, or form gold, stay well away. And in terms of upgrades, there's no point in fully upgrading it. So it is all to do with, do you have either of the series not yet taken to 100%, and that will probably drive your decision-making process of whether or not to upgrade the car. Me, I would probably hold off at the very least until the flash sales come out. Because if you haven't got lots of money, it may be best spending your gold, your valuable gold, elsewhere. But the flash sales haven't come out yet, so hopefully they'll be available tomorrow. And if they are, I'll probably do an in-depth look at that on Thursday. But we digress. Thank you for the question. As I said, I'd probably say overall no, or at the very least wait until the flash sales come out. And Massey Edge Gamer says his BMW M3 is racing red. Well, that sounds very nice. Alois says, yes, I don't have the ARX02 yet. I can confirm $M to buy. So as long as you've got plenty of $M, just bear in mind that the 2 cars to win in this release will cost you $M. So if you do have some free $M to purchase the car at 40%, it's a bit of a no-brainer. So if it is $M, that's probably worthwhile doing. And then probably just be a little bit careful on the upgrades that you apply. It might even, by purchasing it, open up one of those 2 series that maybe you haven't. If you don't own the car, those series might not be open to you. So that does make it a little bit easier. The only thing I would say is maybe wait until the flash sales come on. They should be on later this week, and then it's just going to be a case of prioritizing where you spend your hard-earned gold and your hard-earned $M. But as I said, I'll go into a little bit more detail on that on Thursday's stream. Right, so back to race day Peugeot 9X8. Goal 3. Let's add some challenge. Overtake 6 different opponents. Okay. So this should be okay. 1 lap. Yeah, easy. Really easy. I suppose the question is, will it end? Yeah, it might end after I've overtaken this car. There we go. That was pretty easy. And sure, the cars have been turned down, but this is way better than the other LMP cars that have been recently added into the game. And those cars weren't bad. They just lacked a little bit of acceleration. So Eloise says, I don't know what flash sale is. So every now and then, Real Racing 3 will add a number of cars that have sales on them, but it won't be related in any way, shape, or form to the weekly time trial or the online multiplayer tournament. So it's sort of deemed a flash sale. So it normally coincides with a holiday. So obviously the 4th of July is American Independence Day. So I suspect that's the reason why they're going to be doing it. So I reckon it will eat the sales of a number of cars on top of the ones that normally you have on a weekly basis will be available either tomorrow or Friday. But yeah, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Hopefully tomorrow, then I can talk about it on Thursday. But if it's not, then I'll talk about it on Friday. But I could be wrong, and there may not be any additional cars on sales, but I suspect so. And I do think the word on the street is that has been confirmed. So there we go. That is goal 3 completed. So White Pro says it costs 2.6 million without 40% off. And so with 40% off, the Acura costs $1,590,000 I think that's worthwhile doing. I don't think that's too big an asking price, especially as it's $M. And what you might need to do to make sure you accrue that back is make sure on a daily basis you are doing enough motorsports racing to hit the $M cap over the next 6 to 7 days, and you've got your $M back. You couldn't do that with gold. You just could not do that with gold. Right, so goal 4 in stage 1. Let's up the pace with an endurance race. Cover the most distance before the timer runs out and place at least third. Oh, we've got to place at least third. Oh my gosh, it's only 3.6 miles. So again, it says place at least third, so I'm going to finish third. I don't know if it has an impact, and I just know what Real Racing 3 are like. They're a bit cheeky and conniving. But you can see I'm going to do this very easily. So as always, stage 1, very, very easy. I only need to go round the track one time, one lap, and maybe 1 1/3, maybe. Interesting that I'm still, technically speaking, in 8th place. So there we go, into 7th. So they're literally just going to be one after the other down this straight. 7th, 6th, fifth. Fourth. Place at least third. There we go. I'm not going to play second. Not sure it actually has an impact, but I am a bit worried about some of the things they've done recently. So we're going to just go right up to second. There we go. So we'll just wait for that to count down, and while we're doing that, we'll read some more chats. So Ayaka Yokotar says, I'm disappointed with this update, but the Peugeot racing car is cool. It is indeed. It is, and it's also a well-balanced car. It's fast, it's grippy, and it's got excellent brakes. So you can't ask for more from a car. And the account ending in coat says, if you are low on gold, you should probably wait for the 963 LMDH sale and max it for only 765 gold and buy the NX8 with M dollars and upgrade it when there's a sale. You can do that. That would mean less racing in this upgrade. Bro, there is no point for bot slowing on race day event. Well, there might be. You never know. I just don't trust them. So, yeah, I don't trust them. I don't know how this game is going to develop. And they've done it before, and they keep doing it. So, I don't trust them. So, if they say finish at least third, I finish at least third. Stage 1 completed. 10 gold earned, 20,000 M dollars, and 750 VP. Not quite got a VP reward of 25 gold, but that should happen on stage 2. More talking. So we'll just flip through that. There we go. So Ahmed says, welcome, champ. Before we get into it, today we don't just race, we perform. Okay, so he's going to want me to go backwards, isn't he? Welcome to Driver Royale Season 3. Oh dear. With our new and bedazzled wheel of racing. Oh dear. I remember the last time he had one of these. It was silly. Right, let's just pass the talking and go to the racing. So stage 2 is called Welcome to the Driver Royale. It has 4 goals, and goal 1 is hit a speed of 180 miles per hour 4 times. And it is around Circuit de Spa, Francorchamps. 4 times. Okay, let's see how we get on. I reckon I can probably almost do this down this straight. That's 3. There we go, that's 4. Now there's no requirement in terms of where to finish, so we'll just carry on. So the second half of this track will be a good test on how grippy this car is at speed. In fact, here's a good test. Can we fly around this turn here without braking? No. No is the answer to that question. So it's not that grippy, but that is a hard test. we go. Completed. Jay Batir asks, since how long have you been playing this game? On and off for about 12 years. So yeah, I did start at the very beginning, and for a long period of time, I did have the game at 100%. But I think when one of the NASCAR updates came out, I put it down for a couple of years, and I've never quite got it back up to 100% since. But welcome along. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the question in the chat. So the account ending quote says, "You might be the only player to read the script, mate." Well, that one makes me difference. So again asks, what do you mean when you say it's not grippy? Even the AMG W11 didn't go flat out on Poltron. Well, there are a couple of cars that can. From memory, I believe the VW IDR can. So I always just think it's a good test. I think another good test is also the Indianapolis road course. So as you go into the straight, you've got a slow turn, and I do find if the cars there aren't particularly grippy, if you put it to the floor, if it starts to slide, you know the grip's not brilliant. I do think the grip in this car is good. There's no question about that. But I was intrigued because I did think it was really good if it could handle flying around that turn. And obviously the answer to that was no. Lord Night Moon says hello. Hello, Lord Night Moon. Welcome along. Good to see you. Jay Batir says 12 years. Well, that's pretty impressive. For me, it was always on and off. But yeah, I understand that. I've been pretty consistent for the last few years in terms of playing it on a daily basis, or at the very least going into the game just to collect the daily reward. Good way of earning M dollars, R dollars, and gold, especially if your fame level is, I think it's above 150, because you then get double reward. Right, so goal 2 on stage 2, complete each lap in 2 minutes and don't skid over 3 seconds. Okay. Only needs a PR of 87.3, so again, should be relatively straightforward. Let's see if it is. Does it say where I need to come? No. So I'll just get my foot down again. I'd say the handling on this car overall is excellent, and as I said, with the brakes on it as well, that's good. I like it. I like this car. Nicely balanced, and yet also pretty fast. Not too bad acceleration as he slows down. Oh, come on, don't mess me up now. So it said 2 minutes, and I've done that quite easily. So no surprise, as the minimum PER was a lot less than what this car actually is. So yeah. I do worry about the engine noise though. It feels like it's about to pop. Oh, a little bit of skidding there. Fortunately, I'm allowed 3 seconds. Just as well. And the brake light's a bit weird, to be fair. Over 200 miles per hour as well. Pretty good. Pretty good. There we go, look at that. Easily under 2 minutes. There we go, so that's goal 2 completed. So Coke says, mate, just give up. Admit that you're just finding ways to say the 9X8 is bad. Well, it is a Peugeot. It is a push it. See, it will never get away from that. But it does drive okay. It's fine. It's a good balanced car. The Adventures of Two Dogs, Valentine and George, say, good evening, Mr. Tony. Hope you are well and enjoying the weather. Hope the wasps are not bothering you. Well, let me tell you my story about wasps. Actually, I don't have one. Not yet. Maybe a little bit later. Let's hope the wasps don't bother me. The account ending Coke says, well, 905 can go flat out at Poulton. There you go, you see. There are cars that can do it. Jay Battier says, well, I have started playing it again recently. Good. I like to hear that. And there are just so many new things added to the game. I only play the road collection still at pro level. So, this is interesting because you see there's a little bit of banter going on between myself and the account ending in Coke. I'm with you, Jay. I consider this game to be a road collection game. Real Racing 3 for me is all about production model cars racing on racing tracks. So I'm not a big fan of the motorsports section. So I'm all about completing the road collection. So yeah, I'm with you there. Keep it up. Good to see you back. Enjoy the racing. And as you said, there's lots to do. Lots to do indeed. Melvin Lee says my upgrades line was free, 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 2, free, free, free. Yes, some people have said that, but I just didn't understand why not upgrade the other to free when it's only $M. For me, it's only gold that's precious. You can earn $M, you can earn R dollars. So I understand that a lot of people have done that. I've just gone to free across the board. Doesn't mean I'll win. Might have to apply some more upgrades. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay. So far, so good. We are only on goal 2 of stage 2. Right. Goal 3. Finish at least 5th. So that is it. I'm finishing 5th without going off track for over 3 seconds. And again, it's 1 lap. Now, where am I starting? Oh, right. Okay. So this again should be quite easy. The hardest bit will be finishing not higher than fifth. I always feel if they say, I never used to be like that, but then I used to always find the later stages harder. So I can't help but think there is some manipulation going on there. So if they say finish at least fifth, I finish fifth. As he said, it probably makes no difference. It's all psychological. There we go. We're easily in fifth. We're just going to stay there till the end of the lap. There we go, nice and straightforward so far, halfway around. Oh. Well, none of that. There we go. Nice and straightforward. White Pro says, I'm 50k dollars away from my cap. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I mean, you see there, look at that. It's going to be touch and go, completing 5 stages in one session in a day without hitting the cap. That's how easy it is to hit the $M cap. If you really do focus, you can do it. Well, you can either do a big race and it takes you just over half an hour, or you can do lots of little races and it probably takes you 1 hour, 15 minutes or so to do the daily cap of $250,000. So, so Jay says the game was originally made for only road cars, and the physics, I feel, is much better than the motorsports ones. The one thing I will say about Real Racing 3 in general is the way in which all the cars feel different is excellent. And the fact that they've all got different braking zones and they react differently around corners. Some of them grip well, some of them slide. I do think that is the best part of the game without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, so stage 2, goal 3. The wheel decrees. You place at least third and maintain an average speed of 131 miles per hour. Now, this might be a bit difficult because I'll be focusing on the average speed and not finishing third here. Else I need not to do? No going off track, no getting damaged. No, 131 miles per hour. Let's do it. go, 131 miles per hour. So this time round, I'm not even going to bother. I just think it's too much of a risk. Right, I'm already back under, and now I'm back over. Fortunately, it did say finish at least third, not finish third. That might have been problematic. Yeah, there's no way you can finish third, I think, and still do 131. Thank you to Reza Aditya for the subscription. Very much appreciated. $13,050. So 2 stages completed. I needed to be under 100,000 in terms of the $M cap. And I am by about $7,000. So it's touch and go. Touch and go. There we go. So stage 2 completed. That should mean not only do I get 15 gold, but I get the 25 gold reward as well. And as it's gold, I always like to collect that straight away because it's gold. Okay. There we go. That is stage 2 completed. So stage 3 is called Gilded Wheel. Here we go. Lots of silly things need to be done because Ahmed's involved. But before that, we'll go into the rewards. We'll collect the R dollars. I'll not collect the M dollars. We'll save them for later. We'll collect the gold and the R dollars as well, you know, because I'm running short on R dollars, so I think it's important to top it up. Okay, so stage 3 Gilded Wheel has 4 goals. Goal 1: complete the race within 3 minutes. Warm up your tyres to at least 50% before starting lap 2. So it's Daytona International Speedway. And it's the motorcycle course. Okay, that should be okay. Oh my word, what's going on here? This is a different start to Daytona. Just says complete the race. We'll do it within 3 minutes. So let's get the foot down. I've got to get to 50% before the end of this lap. So hopefully a bit of skidding and sliding will help with that. We're up to 30%. Got to be careful though, because we have got a time limit. Okay, there we go, 40%, should be alright. Should be alright now. Right, hopefully I haven't messed this up. I don't think I have, because the first lap I'm going to end up doing in about 1:30, and that was with skidding, so we should be alright. We should be okay. 1:32. So we've got to do the second lap in a 1:28. Oh, that's not an out. I don't think I have to do get to 100%. No, good. Okay, plenty of time left. There we go, nice and easy. Jay Batty says, by the way, great content. You earned a sub. Well, thank you very much. Andrew Guy says hello. Hello, Andrew. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. And Aaron C. John enters the chat as well. Hello. He says, hello back, Aaron. Good to see you again. Hope everything is okay. Andrew Guy says, I don't. Are you guys number one? No. We're just simple folk playing a game. And Andrew Guy says, I also play this game. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Hope you're succeeding and winning in the game. I'm not. I'm terrible at it. It's a true story. I did come first there, but it was more by luck than judgment, and definitely not by skill. Right, service the car. It's free and it's instant. So that was only goal 1 completed, and that did earn us quite a lot of M dollars. So what's goal 2? Go forth and overtake 10 opponents before you finish lap 3, but don't be overtaken or all is lost. Okay, overtake 10 opponents before you finish lap 3. Right, so this must be lap 3 as there's only one lap. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. So in other words, get your foot down and get a move on. Also, don't get overtaken. Great. I think I might just use like Guy's brakes. Oh, look at this though. Oh, this is a little bit of a trap. Oh, so there you go. Oh. I knew it. I knew it was a trap. And I fell for it. But we'll do that again. That was just an error on my part. This should be straightforward enough. They're all just queuing up. It sort of forced me down the wrong side, and that was it. I was done for. Let's try that again. So I'm doing the inside this time round. There you go. 7 cars done already. Inside again on this corner. Inside again on this corner. although it's better to overtake, I feel, on the outside, can also be attacked again. There we go. Well, that was easy. That was easy in the end. Nice and straightforward. Once I realised the errors of my ways. Jay Batia says, I have a question. If you were to start this again, how would you do it? I mean, would you start with road collection or just anywhere? So if I was to start this again, my understanding is when you download the game, it forces you to do motorsports. So you end up winning one of the sort of like test Formula One cars. So if I had the time on a daily basis, I would start off with the Formula One 2019 season because the cars there cost no gold. There are events to do, and you win like the safety car as well. But you can earn $M. Obviously, that's a good way of earning your caps. And also, once you've opened up those series, you've got some longer races, so it becomes easy to earn your daily $M allowance in terms of motorsports. But my focus would be road collection. And I would just go through it as was available previously. So, in other words, not really focusing on seasons 1, 2, 3, or 4, but focusing on the original series for road collection. The benefit of that is the earlier cars only cost $R. So you can just be winning, accruing gold, and not focusing on spending it. And I think as a new player, I probably wouldn't do any event until I'd got at least a balance of 2,000 gold. And then my first approach in terms of events would be winning cars. And I would probably prioritize which cars to win. And I would avoid to begin with doing any purchasing any upgrades in terms of discounted upgrades. I would stay away from that, and my focus would be winning cars, but making sure that my gold balance was over 2,000. And I think to go along with that, you probably need $5 million R and at least $3 million M. But that would be the approach I would take if I was starting over again. So Aaron C. John says, is it a new sound for this car? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the engine noise, but yeah, that's just unfortunately how it is, which is a shame because it's a really nice car to race and handle, and it's pretty grippy. Aaron C. John also says, I'll be getting the 911 GT3, the M3 GTR, and maybe this Peugeot, and the entire GT4 if I have enough M. Well, best of luck. Best of luck. Right, so stage 3, goal 3 completed. M. looking okay at this moment in time. Set the fastest lap without damaging any cars or going off track for over 2 seconds. All right. Okie dokie. Well, I mean, the key for me though is not damaging the cars. That'll be hard. We've got to set the fastest lap, and we've got 2 laps to do it in. So I'm pretty sure, again, it should be pretty easy. The car is upgraded after all to 3 across the board. Mind you, Martinez is giving me a bit of grief there, I think. Oh no, maybe not. Thought he was going to come back at me then. I think on this lap I'll just pick these cars off, close up to first, and then use lap 2 where I've got clear traffic ahead. No traffic ahead, sorry. I think that'll be the plan. But I reckon I've already done enough to get the fastest lap on lap 1. there we go. 220 miles per hour top speed. Don't need to worry about braking because this car's good at it. I didn't even check what time I did then. I'm sure it's going to be no problem. There we go, that should be first place. There's the time, a 1:15 or 1:14, there we go. So Jay Batia says, in regards to how I would go about starting over again, he says, that's the best explanation anyone has given. Well, wow, okay. Thank you very much. I try on occasion. Doesn't always work. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We're doing okay with this car. This car's, as I said, it's not bad. It's not bad. There we go. Goal 3 on stage 3 completed. And we're about on target. So there's probably an outside chance of completing this series, all 5 stages within the end dollar cap of 250,000. But we've got stages 4 and 5 to do, which are likely to be the hardest, and I'll probably have to do multiple attempts to win the individual goals. But let's find out. Right, win the race with an average speed of 137 miles per hour. Okay, stay on track. All right, so it's 1 lap, 137 miles per hour. Okay, anything else? Average speed, that's it. All right. It says stay on track. It doesn't say anything about smashing into any of the cars. Well, I'll try and be as clean as I can be. And do you know what? Getting a clear track really does help. But you see there, I'm already below my target average miles per hour. Hopefully I can make it back in the long straight. Let's find out if that is indeed going to be the case, because I'm down all the way at 118 miles per hour. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to say we're going to be okay. $128, $129, $130, $132. There we go. All right. So the account ending Coke asks, is there any reason why the motorcycle course is in the game? Because the developers put it in is the correct answer to that question. But I like where you were going with that. I'm sure it doesn't mean there'll be motorcycles in this game. Yeah, I like that question. Very good. Keep it up. Yeah, that's a nice one. There we go. So that is goal 4 of stage 3 completed. That means more rewards, 20 gold, 50,000 $M, and 1,250 VP points. And that means more $M earned. There we go, 50,000 added to the total. Unfortunately, the rewards don't impact the $M cap, which is a good job. Because then we definitely we'd be probably putting the game down now if that was the case and carrying on tomorrow. But that's not the case here. So our maid, unfortunately, is still around. So we'll just pass whatever he says. Oh no, oh look, Magnus is here as well. Right, and just to add insult to injury, Eric's going to be servicing my car. And we all know what that ends. How that ends. Right, so stage 4, back to where it all began. 4 goals. Let's see how we get on. So Melvin Lee says the Peugeot 9X8 Hypercar is a good balanced car. Indeed it is. It's a very well balanced car. Yeah, I do enjoy racing it. It's good. Who'd have thought that for a Peugeot? Right. Goal 1. The wheel has... Oh, forget that bit. Let's just say what we have to do. Finish the race within 3 minutes and 5 seconds, reaching at least P4, and don't damage the car. Now, that didn't say I couldn't go off track, though. So don't damage the car, but you can go off track. So guess what I'm going to do? Finish at least P4 as well. Do I do that? 3 minutes, 5 seconds. It's really fast. Let's see how we get on. We'll not go off track. Let's see how we go. Let's see what this car can do. I mean, there you go. I can just nip into that gap there. Muddy and full. The thing now is I'm not sure what to do. Do I press? Or do I hold back? Press. I think the priority is doing it in the time, not worrying about positioning. That might cause me problems later on, but I'm just a bit worried about running out of time. Probably shouldn't be. So here's another good test, when to brake at the parabolica. Now I'm actually going to brake late because I think this car has good brakes and I can get around the corner. So yeah, there we go, I could brake even later. Very good. This car is most definitely no McLaren Speedtail, which is a good thing. But you know what, I'm only just on target in terms of hitting time. Obviously we did do a standing start for lap 1, so I should be a little bit quicker. But again, I don't see how you can finish 4th and do it in that time. Again, we might do it very easily. There we go. I still say there was no chance of finishing fourth and doing it in the time limit, but there we go. So that is another goal completed. $20,000 earned. Oh dear. And that was 2 laps. So there is definitely a possibility of not completing this event in one go, which is fine. I did expect that to be the case. Alois says, as is every hypercar. Well, most of them. And the Peugeot shill has returned. The account ending coat says it's a Peugeot. It's perfectly balanced. I don't think you've driven many Peugeots, is all I'm going to say on that. Oh dear. Right, goal 2. Lead a draft for 15 seconds while defending your position. Doesn't say anything about being overtaken though. Hit a speed target of 195 miles per hour 3 times. And we've got to do that all in one lap. Lead a draft for 15 seconds. Lead a draft. Hold on a second. Am I not starting first? You're having a laugh. Where have I got to finish? $195 miles per hour. Oh, I've messed that up now. Let's get drafted. Being drafted, there you go. No, I'm not doing very well here. Falling behind. How are they falling behind? Right, let's catch up to Magnus then. So 195, we'll get that one done. But I might run out of time in terms of being drafted. And of course Magnus is in a Ferrari. There we go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. There we go. That was a bit of a weird one. Bit of a strange one, that one, but we did it. Aaron C. John says, bye, Tony. I need to sleep. Okay, Aaron, get a good night's sleep. As always, thank you for watching. And thank you for saying hello in the chat. And the shill for Peugeot, the account ending in coat, says, disrespect towards Peugeot would not be tolerated. Okay. Don't know what that means. We're just here to entertain and race cars. And obviously wind you up as well. But that's all part of the fun. That's all part of the fun. All right. Okay. So that is goal 2 completed. Bit of a weird one, that one. Okay. What have we got to do this time? Find and overtake Magnus with degrading tyres. Finish with an average speed of 134 miles per hour. It is Monza. That shouldn't be a problem. Without getting overtaken. Find and overtake Magnus. So I'm hoping it ends when we do that. Find and overtake Magnus. Finish with an average speed of 134 miles per hour and don't get overtaken. Don't know where Magnus is. Let's see if we can find him. So we should be alright until the tyres drop below 50%, and then we might need to be a bit careful. And we've got 2 laps. So 85% at the start of lap 1. It will be interesting where we end up. And here we go. That's over. Try that again. At least when I fail, it's a DNF, so that no additional M dollars is earned. So there might be an opportunity, possibly outside chance. Actually, I don't think there is, to be fair. We've got 2 laps this time around, haven't we? So maybe not. We'll see. Again, one of the benefits of failing is the bots slow down. Oh, am I pushing too hard there? The car slid. Doesn't say anything about going off track. Go. Oh, look at that, there's Magnus. Overtake Magnus. Find and overtake Magnus. Does that mean when we do, is it over? No. Okay. So the real problem here is the tyres are going to be absolutely knackered when we get close to the end of lap 2. So I'm going to push just so I've got a little bit of a gap to second in case I have to go a bit slower because of the state of the tyres. There you go. Now here's a weird thing. I feel like the tyres are massively impacted already in this car. Also bear in mind I do have an average miles per hour to continue to do, so I can't really go slow. I've got to carry on pushing, although I am quite a lot over, to be fair. The tyres are now under 50%, so I do need to be careful. No quick turns, no braking under turning, no acceleration under turning. Look at that, loses it. Just brake early, turn, and then accelerate. Tyres are at 33%. Normally in a car, I'd say we're alright until we drop below 20%, but this car, I can already tell, is struggling. So it's not quite so well balanced now, is it? In fact, there you go, I've lost it. Average speed of 134 miles per hour, currently at 148, 1,000 yards ahead of second. I think we're going to be okay. Yes, so basically, it's not very good when the tyres are off. But it is good enough to win, so shouldn't complain too much. AMG Performance 65 enters the chat and says hi. Hello there, AMG Performance 65. Welcome back. Good to see you again. And says, I have a doubt. Should I get the ARX06 to max or wait for the 963 LMDH or get the 9X8? I only have 1,279 gold. Well, first off, the thing about the 9 9X8X is you can do it at any time over the next 8 weeks. So that's the first thing to note. So you don't have to rush to do this event. In regards to which of those two other cars would I do, let's have a quick look. Let's have a look. I think it would probably be the 963. I think. Let me just have a look though, because I can't remember. Although I wouldn't be buying it. I wouldn't be buying that car unless it's M dollars, and I don't remember that car being M dollars, but I could be wrong. Let's have a quick. Let's just have another deviate out, and let's have a look into Motorsports. So it's the Porsche. Where is that? Let me see if I can remember. Endurance. There we go. Right, so if I select it, let's have a go in. You see, look, in answer to your question, in terms of the series that the Acura is in, the Porsche 963 LMDH is also in it. And that's the car that I took to 100%. Why did I do that? Because it has an exclusive series. The Acura doesn't. So in terms of return on investment, I would say you're better off waiting for the Porsche 963 LMDH. I don't know if you already have it, and I can't remember again if that's a car that costs gold to purchase or M dollars to purchase. But as long as it's M dollars in the same way the Acura is, I would say you're better off upgrading the Porsche 963 LMDH, assuming it does indeed have a discount in the coming weeks. Hopefully that just gives you, and basically don't rush to make the decision. You've got a bit of time, and you definitely don't need to rush to do the Peugeot event. You can hold off on that. You don't have to do it today. I'm doing it because I've got a shed load of gold and nothing to spend the gold on. Probably just as well. But there we go. Right, okay. So back to the race day Peugeot 9X8 event. In terms of own dollars, look where I am now. Almost at the 200,000 mark, and we are about to complete goal 4 in stage 4, and it's win the endurance race while managing your engine's heat. Don't damage the car and stay on track. Ooh. And I've got to get to 5.1. Now I think here what I'm going to purposely do is actually earn as much M dollars as I can. Because I'd probably prefer to split this over 2 streams. So we'll do the last bit of stage 5 in tomorrow, and then that'll open up the series, and we'll do a bit of racing of this car in the series as well. Glad that didn't class that as off track. What a difference fresh tyres makes. This car is completely different in terms of handling. Even at like 70% tyre, so only 30% degradation, it was a completely different car to drive. I do need to be careful about not overheating the engine, so I will slow this car down shortly. There we go. Interesting, the engine isn't cooling down. I did not realise that would be the case. So you really do need to lift and coast. Oh well, at least we've got to first. See if I can overtake this car before my engine blows. There we go. So we're going to blow the engine down this straight. There we go. But it shouldn't matter. That should still be a win. And it should mean stage 4 completed. There we go. Goal completed. So Mr. Ali, the mystery guy, says, "Hi, do you remember me?" I do remember a mystery guy. I also remember an Ali. I don't remember it being the same person though, but I obviously haven't got a very good memory. Welcome along. Thank you for coming back. Mr. Ali, the mystery guy, says, "How are you?" I am very well, sir. I hope you are too as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. And hopefully you're enjoying the racing. Alawi says, right, can Battle for Le Mans and LMDH season be completed by owning the Porsche LMDH only? Good question. We'll have a look at that. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. If I was to guess, I'd say no, but let's verify that. So there we go. Let's just confirm that stage 4 has been completed. There we go. More reward: 25 gold, 60,000 $M, and 1,500 VP. Does mean we've earned free and instant servicing of an hour, which we're not going to use. At least, hopefully not for a while, but you never know. We might have to. And there we go. That is stage 4 completed. On to stage 5, called the final crown down. We'll let Ahmed and the others yap. It is Sebring, so that'll be good. As always, stage 5 is 5 goals. So it's a good question. Let's have a look. Motorsports, endurance prototypes. So the LMDH 2023 season, have we got anything? You might be all right, you know. You might be all right. It looks like you can complete the whole series with one car. I'm not seeing any round being specific to one car. Now that, ironically, is different from another series that I'll show you. So I would say for this series, you're going to be okay. However, for the Battle for Le Mans, that's a whole different ball game, because I believe each tier, there we go, has different cars in it. Okay, so in terms of the two series, the Acura and the Porsche are in. LMDH 2023 season, you can complete with one car. But the Battle for Le Mans, you effectively need to own all the cars to take that to 100%. Good question. Hadn't really thought that one through. So hopefully that gives you a bit of additional information. Right, let's get back to race day Peugeot 9X8. We're on to we're on to stage 5, but you see there we're just over 204,000 M dollars earned. We've got 46,000 M dollars still to earn, but we haven't got 4 goals to complete. We've got 5. So I think we're just going to fall short before we hit the M dollar cap, which is fine. We'll just complete this particular event tomorrow. I did say at the beginning, I suspected it would end up falling into 2 parts. So, stage 5, the final crown down, whatever that means. Goal 1, complete each lap in under 1 minute 39 without going off track. Okay, now, I tell you what, I've not raced enough on this track, but I do like it. It's a good track. Just says complete, so I'll just go as fast as I can. I do like this track very much. And this car should blow all the other cars out of the water. Although that's not going to help. Good grief, where did that car come from? And it's knackered me acceleration. Oh. Yeah, my car is damaged. $139, oh dear. Oh. Right. And so the tests begin. Try again. Yeah, my acceleration's failing. I think it's my sweaty palms, to be fair. Oh, I'm going to struggle to do it in 139 if I've got a few problems here. We're already at 30 seconds as well. I think this is going to be a big ask to do this in 1 minute 39. Seconds. Well, at least I'm in the lead. I think I'm just going to fail. Right. If at first you don't succeed, try again. It was in fairness all to do with the pile up at the beginning, so I think there's quite a considerable amount of improvement to be had. Just a case of avoiding the traffic, getting that clear air. There we go, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. That'll do it. Right, there we go. We're well ahead. We're about 5 seconds ahead of last lap, so fingers crossed. Still going to be close though. There we go. 1:37. Should be a lot easier this time round. Needs a little bit of focus because this is knowing where all the braking zones are. I do feel I'm a little bit slower this time round. Don't go off track, don't go off track. That was close. I don't think we're doing too bad actually. I think we're about right. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're probably a couple of seconds ahead of the first lap. There we go. Funny. In the end, that was quite easy. There we go. So that's that done. So AMG Performance 65 says, is there a reason why there is an M dollar cap and not an R dollar cap? I don't know if there is an explanation. The only explanation I can come up with is the fact that R dollars you earn in every game, and you end up being like what I have, which is a shed load of R dollars that you can't spend, and R dollars therefore become of less value. By putting a cap on M dollars, you effectively force it to have a higher value. So people are always very sensitive about when to spend M dollars in a similar way in which you're probably sensitive in spending gold. So I think that is the only reason why they've done it. It's to almost like falsely increase the value of M dollars, or to give the perception that M dollars are worth a lot more than what they actually are. I don't know if that's fact. It's just a hypothesis I have. Alois says, but the yellow track limit is hardly visible from the cockpit. No, but it's like one of those things. Once you've remembered the track and you know how the track layout is, you pretty much remember where to brake and when not to brake, where to go and where not to go. So it's something you do get used to, and it is just trial and error and experience. AMG Performance 65 says, the issue with this track is that it is only available for newer cars. Yes, that is a problem, and it can mean therefore your ability to learn the track becomes a lot harder. Thank you to Kixo for the subscription, very much appreciated. Kixo says, this game ain't tough in the big 2025 dog. Okay, fair enough, but it is good fun. It is good fun. All right, that's I believe that's the messages up to date. Let's carry on. So that is goal 1 completed. On to goal 2. I will just check my M dollar cap. You see, there you go. You see, look at that. 227,831 M dollars earned. I've only got 23,000 M dollars to go. But we have got some earning to be had. So let's carry on. So goal 2. Tailgate Magnus within 20 yards for 20 seconds. Then finish in P3. Now it says P3 there, which means you can't finish in P2, you can't finish in P4. It has to be P3. It says no damage, It's time to prove a point. I don't know what that point is, to be fair. Let's go. Tailgate Magnus within 20 yards for 20 seconds. So the question is, where is Magnus? I believe he's in a Ferrari. And I've got to finish. Did it say third? I think it did. Or did it say fourth? Can't remember. Worry about that once I've done Magnus. Still haven't seen Magnus, and I have to finish P3. Okay, so I'm assuming he's in P3. Oh. Forgot to brake. Forgot to brake. Let's try that again. Obviously, what that will do is slow the bots down. Hopefully, make it a bit easier for me to catch Magnus this time. Let's see if that is the case. Try again. They're already up into fifth. Feel like I'm a little bit ahead of where I was on the previous attempt. Remember to brake this time. I forgot to brake because it could have been my sweaty palms playing up. So I'm hoping Magnus is just in front of this guy. Indeed he is. There we go. Just out. So I reckon I'm just going to fail. Okay. Go. No, just nothing. No. Oh, shame. Shame. Just so close to getting that one. We'll try again, hopefully. So, okay, a few comments. So let's have a look. Kixo says this new update isn't that interesting. I would agree. I think overall I'm disappointed. It's 8 weeks long, 2 new cars, 2 new seasons, and that's it. That's a bit disappointing for 8 weeks. So I do overall agree with you. AMG Performance 65. So I wonder if are you one about me? Kixo says, "Man, this guy looks so kind. He just popped up on my feed." AMG Performance 65 says he's not. To be honest, I can be a bit mean. I can take the piss out of people, but only on occasion, and only if they deserve it. I especially take the Michael out of people that love Peugeots. At least at the moment, there might be other cars as well that I'm not a big fan of. John says just re-won the Porsche Carrera GT on Pro. Well done, John. Excellent. And then Kitso says, just a playful way. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Kixo also then puts, I wish Real Racing 3 developers cared more about game and multiplayer stages. It's hard to play with friends. Indeed, it is. One thing I would suggest that they need to do is just improve the social media aspect, because nobody uses Facebook, and that seems to be the only way that you can set up online playing. You need alternative ways of doing that. You also need to be able to do it in the game. If you've got a team of players, you need to be able to send a message to the guys that are in your team to set up a race. In fact, why have it in the online multiplayer? Why not just have friendly internal competitions? It shouldn't be that hard to do. So I, again, agreed. Very good point. Well made. Alois says, pit stop him maybe. What's that to do? It's like, did I not read out the whole message? Right, okay. So here's my problem with pit stops. Pit stops is mainly to do with motorsports. So I just think the whole game should be prioritizing road collection. That's all I would say there. So I get the idea that people say, oh, I'd like to see pit stops in it. But it's very much a motorsport thing, pit stops. It's not a road collection thing, which is probably why I wouldn't be that bothered on pit stops. But I'd be more concerned about the possibility of being able to either race against friends or race against members of your team in real-time racing. That is definitely one on the wish list and probably has been for a long time. AMG Performance 65 says, bro, this week's LMP is rubbish. GTE versus LMP2 versus Hypercars. Okay. So then Kixo goes to qualify, probably pit stops in some type of race like the whole F1 section. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. So here's the problem. I didn't win, but I have got an $M reward. It looks like I've probably got a couple of attempts, so we'll carry on. Definitely not, as I thought it would be the case, not going to be able to complete this event today because I will hit the $M cap. And my general rule of thumb is as soon as I hit the $M cap, I stop racing motorsports. But there's always tomorrow, and we can carry on, and it's just as much fun. Okay, so we've been racing almost 2 hours. So it's taken about 2 hours to earn the 250,000 $M. So a little bit longer than what you would probably earn it normally, but that's how it goes. What have I got to do again? I've forgotten. Tailgate Magnus for 20 yards and then finish P3. So basically, all I did not do was overtake Magnus once I got me 20 seconds. So, okay, let's see what we can do. There we go. Now I reckon what will happen is every time I fail to do this, the bots will slow down. So hopefully get to Magnus a little bit earlier every time. There's no guarantee that being the case. Oh, good grief. Oh. Thought for a minute I couldn't go off track, but maybe I can. I might have still messed it up anyway, but we'll carry on. Do you know what? I'm not liking that. Let's try that again. A few mistakes there. Got me greasy palms, me greasy game, and we're making a few mistakes now. But we'll try again. Let's see how we get on. I think I know what needs to be done, and there's no reason why I can't do it. It's just putting that lap together. Right, there we go. 1 car passed. 2 cars passed. 3 cars passed. Agreed. 4. There we go. There we go, there's Magnus, so nice and early. I braked late there though. Okay, let's get that tailgate in. There we go. Nice and early this time. We just need to overtake Magnus. I'm going to try and do it when it's clean to do so. There we go. So that should be goal 2 completed. Don't need to overtake anyone else, just need to finish in this position. There we go. That was a bit of hard work there, but goal 2 completed. 3 more goals left. Whether we do another one tonight will depend on how much M dollars we've got left to earn. Less than 5,000. So unless it's a quick race, we might be calling it a day there. Let's have a look. So goal 2 completed. Goal 3, set a speed record in the top 3. Don't skid over 1 second, stay on target. So it's just a speed record. Okay, let's do that. We'll just do this. So this will be the final goal that we do today. That will leave 2 goals for tomorrow. Set a speed record in the top 3. Don't skid. Stay on track. Okay. Fastest part of the track is the straight before the turn into the finish line. So let's see how we get on. Did you say anything about going off track? Stay on track. Okay. I think I won't be rushing around this part. Just take my time. Also says no skidding. Oh, come on. What were you doing there? Right, try that again. Sometimes when you're not focusing on racing, you do actually forget then to do the braking at the braking zones, and I think that was one of those examples there. Ooh, almost off track. Almost need to be slow in this so I can accelerate out from here. There you go. 200 and something. Come on. There you go. Ooh. Did it say come third, or did it say at least third? In the top 3. Okay, that'll do. There we go. So that's goal 3 done. It's more than likely now. You see, there we go. We've gone over our $M reward. So we've hit our cap. So what we're going to do is end, and this might be frustrating a few of you, but it does mean we'll be back with this event. So we'll service the car, so it will have full servicing ready for tomorrow, and we've got 2 goals to complete. Now, if those 2 goals we get completed pretty quickly, we'll do some racing with this car in the series that it's in. But there we go. Goals 4 and 5 still to do in stage 5. But that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Up to this point, I'm happy about that. It does look like I won't have to spend any more gold or M dollars on upgrades. So that'd be pretty good. Okay, just looking at the track chat. Let's see what we've got in there. So, Chance Magician said, I think Aloe was talking about spinning Magnus out. So, I did think about that. But the problem is that particular goal, you could go off track, but you couldn't cause damage. And sometimes by spinning the car out, it classes as damage. Um, as a last resort, I probably would have attempted to do that as lightly as possible, but he was just ahead of me. But yes, I agree with what you were saying there, but I probably would have used that as an absolute last resort. As it happened, because I failed, the next time I did it, all the bots slowed down. It meant it was easier to catch Magnus, and therefore I could tailgate him for 20 seconds and overtake him in plenty of time. So AMG Performance 65 says, how do I know there's always tomorrow? Well, I don't know there's always tomorrow. All I know is I haven't completed it today, so there has to be tomorrow. There you go. There's the cryptic answer for tonight. And Melvin Lee says, I did get the Peugeot 9X8 Hypercar. Well done, Melvin. Hopefully, I'll be completing that event tomorrow and getting the car as well. But that'll be in tomorrow's stream. So there we go. We're ending the game with just 2 goals left in stage 5. Should be fun. Right. Okay, so there we go. That's the end of the stream for today. We'll be doing part 2 tomorrow. And if we do complete those goals pretty quickly, we'll do some racing in the series that winning this car will effectively open up. So that'll be quite a bit of fun as well. White Pro says buy White Pro. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a like or a thumbs up. If you like this sort of content, then please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian on YouTube, or follow the channel of The Fifth Guardian on Rumble. And Lord Night Moon says bye. Goodbye, Lord Night Moon. And same to AMG Performance 65. In fact, thank you all of you for watching. Have enjoyed the banter tonight. I hope you guys have as well. Yeah, hope in terms of what is left of your day, it's a very good one. I hope to see you all for tomorrow's stream, where fingers crossed we complete the event and win the car. But until then, thank you and goodbye.